With all due honor and praise to the Most High, worship thee through the divine image of my wives. Amen. Welcome to the Horseman Podcast, and we black at it. Welcome everybody. Happy holidays to everybody. I hope everybody had a good holiday. Hope everybody spent time with their families. Got some of them good food, them greens, them mac and cheese, all that shit that's bad for you. I hope you got out your system, because that's it for the rest of the year. So put that shit up. Them leftovers is gone, and get back to eating healthy and eating proper. All in all, I had a good one. I'm here for another week. Feeling good, man. Resting, relaxing with the family. Kids is off. They're going back, but getting ready for Christmas break. And salute to all the parents out there getting it done, man. And it's tough out there, so salute to all y'all. Hope y'all getting all your presents and all that good stuff. Sports news. Listen, I watched something this week that was surprising and very exciting, man. I enjoyed it. It was the Triller Triad. Yeah, Triller Triad fights. This is whole new fight system where it's a triangle ring instead of a square ring. Rules are different. Stand up only. 6-ounce MMA gloves. And let me tell you something, man. That was some of the best stand-up fighting I've seen in a long time, man. I was surprised. I was shocked. They had a good card. It was MMA versus boxing. So you had boxers versus MMA fighters. And I say, man, wow, man, some of the best striking stand-up fighting that I've seen. So salute to Triller, what they did with that triad. It kind of tricked me. I thought it was going to be Cannon Briggs versus my boy Rampage Jackson. That was not the case. They were team captains, but nonetheless, I was shocked and amazed by the talent of the fighters they had on the card and the talent of the fighters. They came in and man, talking about knockouts, talking about stand-up, drag-out fights, 2-minute rounds, 5 rounds. Man, it was some good stuff. Frank Mir fought, and I hope he's done. I hope that was the last time he steps into the ring. A true champion, Las Vegas own Frank Mir, heavyweight UFC champion long ago. But, hey, man, salute to them and some of that fighting, man. That was, like I said, some of the greatest, not some of the greatest, but some of the best striking stand-up fighting I've seen, and I appreciate it. It's well worth the money. Well worth it. In other news, the Aubrey trial. Convictions across the board. First of all, if you follow trials and if you pay attention to trials, I enjoy trials. Me and my father, especially, we like watching trials. My dad watches court TV all day long. So salute, shout out to my father, Thomas West Sr., the GOAT. If you watch these trials and if you paid attention, I mean, the defense was doing some of the most stomped down, race baiting rhetoric and just insulting, like crazy, some of the craziest stuff I've ever seen a lawyer say in a trial. And somebody else pointed it out on Court TV. They said that basically this was a strategy to try to get into the minds of the jurors and hopefully try to get at least one of them to kind of, step up on some racist shit and declare a mistrial or do something that could cause them to shut this down. And it just didn't happen. The jurors, shout out to them. They saw straight through it. They saw through the bullshit, saw the facts. Their case was garbage. What they were trying to argue was garbage. This man did nothing wrong. This man, regardless of why he was in the neighborhood or what he was in the neighborhood for, they had no legal right to stop him, to approach him, to accost him in any way. And they did, and they got convicted. And I'm hoping this judge throws the book at them, and I'm hoping they get life without parole. All three of them. Listen, you can't corner somebody and chase a man down with firearms and trucks and pickup trucks. And we're not having that no more. So whether or not they was going to get convicted or not, they still going to pay the price for this. It's not up. It's not over. They won't be going. I hope they go to gen population. That's what I want. Put them in Georgia, in gen pop, and whatever facility they put them in gen pop, and let them see if they can make it in gen pop. I'm tired of seeing these assholes get coddled in the prison system. Put them in gen population, man. Sink or swim and see if they make it, man. Put them in gen pop and let them see what they can do. Because this is a lynching, man. And, thank God they got convicted. Thank God they got convicted. I was worried. I'm going to be honest. I was worried because you can't underestimate the racial hatred. Can't underestimate racial hatred, man. And you got 11 white jurors. I think one was Hispanic, one Hispanic male. But you got 11 white jurors, man. And you can't underestimate racial hatred, and you can't underestimate that deep-seated, vile hate for black men that some white folks have. So I was worried about it. And thank God they got convicted. And now we'll go on to the sentencing, and we'll see what happens here. Anything less than life in prison for all three of these dudes would be a travesty. So life in prison for all three of these dudes, and get them out of here. Put them in gen pop. Let them see if they can make it. Other than that, rest in peace of Virgil Abloh, the creator of All White and the head designer of Louis Vuitton. Good brother. Met him on several occasions, and don't necessarily agree with the fashion choices and all that good shit, but hey, talented, and shout out to him and his family. Rest in peace. All that good stuff for him. Other than that, man, listen, I posted a video on Horseman Fan of this couple getting robbed in a restaurant full of people, and they got robbed. And in the comments, somebody said, what could they have done to keep that from happening? It's very simple. If you pay attention and watch the video, the man was sitting him and his woman, I assume, were sitting in the middle of the restaurant, his back towards the entrance, back towards the door. And he was kind of, not paying attention and not aware of his surroundings. Now, that could happen to anybody. Don't get me wrong. Anybody can fall victim to that. But we learn from the things that we see. So learning from that, as a man, you should never put your back towards the entrance. You should never put your back towards, the public, people coming in and out. You always want to put yourself back against the wall where you can visually see the entire floor, where you can see everything. That's where you want to be. And just so you can see the shit coming, so you can protect yourself and protect the people that you're with. That's just a simple tip. Other than that, hire a horseman if you got the means to do so. Listen, we're getting into a day and age, we're getting into a time period where, I no longer believe that you have to be rich in order to have private security. You don't have to be rich to have private security. But if you got a job and you got the means and you're going out to party, you're going out to high-end restaurants, or you're getting the table, a bottle, or going to the club, hey, listen, set aside some money for private protection. Right? I remember back in the day, they used to say, well, you get a bottle or a table at a club, you spending $800 on a bottle, right? We'll chop it up between us, right? 5, 6 people in your group. You chop it up, everybody kick in on the bottle. Why not everybody kick in on protection? That's where we're going. Kick in on protection. You want to go to a club, you want to go to a restaurant, you want to go somewhere and party, you want to go somewhere and have a good time. Why not have the state of mind and the ability to party without worrying about shit like this? Isn't your protection worth that? Isn't your protection worth that? Now, I've been working on something for years. In order to have private and provide private protection for everybody, without breaking the bank. There's a lot of brothers out here who are good at what they do, who are good protectors, who are good in this field, who don't get enough work on a consistent basis, right? You can't tell me these brothers wouldn't be willing to go out and, protect people for an evening dinner or a night at the club or a game or whatever the case may be. Maybe you in Vegas, you want to go gamble. You willing to gamble your money, but you also willing to gamble your life? No. Get somebody to protect you. Get somebody to stand by you. A reputable company with, good references and all that good shit. And soon to come, man. We're working on that so we can create a database of good brothers who could provide the type of protection in every city, in every state. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get into it tonight, man. Got Killa J. We're going to get him on the line and see what's going on with him. Chop it up. Drink this whiskey. Talk this shit. And enjoy this Horseman Sunday. Let's see if we can get Killa J on the line. Yeah. Anybody else see True Story? I've been hearing mixed reviews. I liked it, man. Kevin Hart did an awesome job. Wesley Snipes, awesome job. Now, there's a dude, and those of us in the business, we're going to talk about this dude, Hirsch. I want to know what you guys felt about Hirsch and what y'all thought about Hirsch. In the show, there's a character named Hirsch who's like the bodyguard / driver for Kevin Hart's character. And, hey, man, I related to the character and I understood what he was doing and what he was going through. But I want to hear other people's opinion about what they think about that character and what he portrayed and how he portrayed the life of a bodyguard. That's probably the closest thing I've seen to somebody on TV almost nail it on the head as far as what we do. That's probably the closest depiction of protection and entertainment, that I've seen on TV. Everything else, for the most part, is bullshit. This here was probably the closest depiction of reality. The guy playing Hirsch in that show. And I know Kevin Hart's security, Good brothers. Good brothers. I would have liked to seen them in the show. That would have been dope. I would have liked to see them in some form or fashion in the show. Yeah, that would have been dope. Good brothers. They've been with Kevin for a long time. And shout out to them brothers. Shout out to them. So that's a true story, man. Go watch it. Netflix, go watch it. I think it's like 7 episodes. I watched all of them through the holiday. So good show though. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. Killa J. Killa. Is he on? Okay. We're gonna see what Killa J doing out here in these streets. Yeah, man.
Hello?
Killa J.
Hello?
Yo, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yo, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yo, man. Can you hear me? Goddamn
Hello?
cricket phone. Jay. Unmute your phone. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this phone. Try him back one more time. See somebody in the comments. No, I do not watch sports. If it's not fighting, I really don't pay a lot of attention to it. Football, I might watch highlights, but other than that, I do not watch sports like that.
Hello?
Yo, can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with this phone.
Hello?
Yeah, let me text him and tell him. Yeah, his phone is his phone. Mm-mm. Yo. Yeah, I ate good. I ate real good. I'm not a ham person, or I don't eat pork. But roast. My wife made a very good roast and stuffing and all that good shit. Okay, he's good now. Yeah, I mean, you know.
Hello?
Yo, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yo.
Hello?
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this phone. Okay. You want him to call you? Okay. Yeah, we're trying to get Killa J on the line. Having technical difficulties. But they'll figure that out and work that out. People. Supreme Court is ruling on a very important gun case. Very important gun legislation for New York City. So for all of my dudes who've been wanting to get a CCW in New York City, it's been damn near impossible to get one. That may change. Depending on the Supreme Court and their ruling. But I tell you this, get a jump on it. Get your CCW in New York State, Connecticut, surrounding areas if you can. if you live out there, get your CCW in those states. Go ahead and get your paperwork in. It's going to take a while. CCWs are taking almost a year to go through in every state. So, and you're talking about renewals. Renewals are taking a year. Out here in Vegas, a renewal takes almost a year for it to go through and be cleared. So get a jump on the paperwork. Jump on it now. Apply for all these non-residential CCWs. Get those now. Go ahead and go out and apply for them. Just get the packets together and send all the packets out. Do it at once, man. It's worth the investment. It's something everybody should do. It's something you need to do. In case this law goes through, man. If they change this law, it's not going to affect all other states. It's not going to affect like the DC. It's not going to affect in all these other California, LA. It's not going to have a huge effect, but it will be the start of a domino effect on national reciprocity. And that's the goal. The goal is for us to get national reciprocity. And what is national reciprocity? National reciprocity means if you got reciprocity in any state, you got reciprocity in all states. That means if you have a CCW in any state, you would have reciprocity in all 50 states in the union, outside of Hawaii, Puerto Rico. But this is the kicker. Once they institute and once they go through with national reciprocity, if it ever happens, it will become significantly harder to get a CCW. I'm telling you that right now. If national reciprocity becomes a thing and they start to institute that, it will become significantly harder to get a CCW. That's why you want to get as many CCWs as you can right now. I told you guys this a year ago, but those of us who know, I told you this a year ago. Get your CCWs. If you don't have one, get one. If you only got one, get two. If you got two, get three. And so on and so on. Get these CCWs. They're going to be very important, and they're going to be hard to get. They're going to be hard to get after a while. Hold on for 1 second. Let's see if we can get Killa J. Yo. Okay, he's calling my line. I don't know if we can get him on. Yeah, we try to get through. I see him now in the chat. Yeah. Let me know when I can call him through. All right.
Yo,
can you hear me?
Yeah, what's on the phone?
I don't know. There's something with the in the deck, but I got you through the phone. You on the show now. I got you through my phone.
Hold on, I'm gonna call the boy. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second.
Look, yo,
you gotta hang up. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call you on your phone. Answer your phone.
Okay, do that. Yeah, if he calls me, it go through. Perfect. We're gonna get Killa J on here. Chop it up a little bit. Apologize for the technical difficulties. It's a live show. We'll try to fix that. Hold on, here we go. Killa J.
Hold on a second, bro. Chop.
Yo,
What's good?
Hang on the phone.
what's going on, family?
Man, what's happening?
I'm blessed, man. Just staying out the way.
How them holidays treat you?
I can't complain, man. Came back home to Chicago, you know, seeing family and friends. So much wasn't bad news or bad reason to come back.
Right.
So that's always a good thing.
Yeah. Nah, man, it's been tough out there. I see them streets. Them streets is unforgiving, man.
Yeah, I mean, streets is definitely, you know, gonna do their own thing.
Right.
It ain't gonna be fair. It ain't gonna be righteous. You know, it's always cutthroat.
Facts.
Every state, every city, you know, have its own good and bad in it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So when you back on the road?
Right now, I'm a free agent right now. Now, I'm just kind of hit and miss, doing a little work here, a little work there. Just networking a little bit. Actually, just taking advantage of the time being home where I can work out consistently.
Yeah.
Get back into better shape, which is, you know, very important for a lot of guys. You don't have to necessarily be the strongest or the biggest to do this job, but a lot of these artists nowadays, you know, they not just performing on the stage.
Right.
You know? They jumping in the crowd, they running through the crowd, they hopping over things. So, you know, you just want to be prepared for whatever. And then, you know, if God forbid you don't get into, you know, a physical situation, you don't want to take an L because, you know, you ain't got no stamina, you ain't got no cardio.
That part.
You couldn't move.
That part. Well, you know, it starts with discipline, diet, cardiovascular health. I mean, all that pays and all that comes into play. You got the right man on the line for all that. Killa J got all your diet needs.
Yeah, Jay is a good dude, man. Good dude, humble guy. Good dude, man.
Yeah, man. We trying to get everybody to work, man. And I was just talking about it. You know, Killa sent me that. Killa, you on the line?
I'm here, right here.
Yeah, you sent me that video about homeboy that got hit in the restaurant. Him and this girl got robbed in the restaurant. And somebody in the chat was talking about how, you know, what do you do to prevent that? So what do you think? What are some of the ideas you could do to keep something like that from happening outside of hiring one of us?
Well, if you're a civilian, right, what I would say is, based upon the climate of Los Angeles, California right now, I would definitely move a lot smarter. You know, like, if you look at it, first of all, the man should have had his back where the girl was sitting at to see everything coming to him.
Absolutely.
That's number one.
Absolutely.
Number two, sometimes it don't pay to floss. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not for sure. They was on Sunset or Melrose, right? You already know they already showed you one robbery there.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can't telegraph shit. Sometimes you ain't got to take all your bags into a restaurant. Sometimes your girl ain't got to rob her shit. You know, if you're not position yourself to be a Viking, at least use logistics. You know, like, baby girl, you know, this area is kind of wild right now. You could feel the climate of the area.
Absolutely.
They had on shorts. Everybody else came in with a hoodie on. You know, you could pick predators out.
Absolutely.
Then on top of that, sometimes you got to tell your girl, you ain't got to bring a purse, baby. You can bring a clutch, or I'm paying for the meals. I got the money. Then on top of that, when you ordering with your food, you got to have some type of yard mentality where you know what you want to eat. Have your eyes focused on the crowd, you know what I'm saying? And never sit all the way underneath the table, both your feet touching. It's cool to put your power foot behind you and your one leg in front of you planted so you can pivot out the chair.
Jules.
Yeah.
Jules.
The important thing is you got to put yourself in a position where you can control the room. Before you know me, Tank, when I go to a restaurant, I'm gonna pick my own seat out. I'm gonna sit where I can control. I can see every door, every entrance, and I position myself. You know, we go out to eat. I put myself right here. You're gonna sit there. The next soldier gonna sit there. We've done that on dates before, where we've controlled the room and we controlled our space.
Absolutely. That's a fact.
And also, when you park your car stripper style, ass back, face up. So back into that. Don't fucking park next to 20 cars. Give yourself some leg room. And women never park next to a van or truck, or park next to two trucks. Never put yourself in a position where you got to squeeze to get in your car. And once you get in your car, open your door up, check your car out, put your bag on the floor in the back seat, not in your lap, then lock the door.
That's deep.
You know, I tell my clients, go ahead.
Even I know one thing with me, I'm always aware. I think anybody, you know, that, you know, tends to go out, you got to be aware of the area, the surroundings that you're in, and just the area, the neighborhood.
Right.
You know, if it's a known area, a known neighborhood where, you know, different little fuck shit goes on, you know, you shouldn't go there. You know what I'm saying? And that's very important. Like, all men should know, like what Tank was saying, you know, sit yourself correctly. You never have your back facing the door, no matter what area or part. If you're in a restaurant, bar, anything, you know, we do security for so long. You know, some of these things is just come naturally. It's just programmed.
Second nature.
Second nature. And especially when you're out with your family and everything, you know, you must always be aware of your surroundings. You should always want to see who's coming in and out of the building, the restaurant, the bar, you know, wherever you may be at. If you're sitting outside, you definitely want to, you know, sit in an area where, you know, your back will be against the bar, the wall, the building. And then, you know, your lady or whoever you may have with you, you know, sit them on the left side of you instead of across from you, or the right side of you. You know, that way.
That's a good point.
You know, that way they can kind of see, depending on, you know, what's approaching, they can kind of see it before it happens. It just dude, sometimes certain situations you in, those 2 seconds will save your life. You know, that parking your car ass back, face out will save your life. You know, it really be the little things. It don't take much. You know, it's really the little things, and it'll save your life, or whoever, you know, whoever's with you. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. I bet that couple is on point now when they go outside. I bet that couple is fully aware of their surroundings now. Shouldn't have to take for you to get robbed at gunpoint like that, but you got to always see who paying attention to you. You got to always see who looking at you, because somebody's paying attention to you. Somebody's looking at you.
The streets are always watching.
Always. Even when you with a client, you know, if you with a client and you moving around, those fans are really observing you and just waiting for you to look down at your shoe and tie your shoe, or grab your phone. That split second, they'll just run up and ask for a picture, ask for an autograph.
Go ahead.
See what you just said. Listen, me and Tank, we ain't gonna say the person's name. Me and Tank was on stage. Our client was performing somebody. We was next to their security. Listen to me. Glad you said that. Their security looked at his phone. When he put his head down, the time put his head up, somebody was on stage.
Already.
That's why I tell them, you was working, put your motherfucking phone in your pocket. Don't touch that shit. Like, it takes 1 second.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, right? I'm blowing your mind. Anybody going to California, they know Barry's. They know both Bossa Nova restaurants are nothing but hangout spots. So the Bossa Nova, the guy got killed. He had a hammer on him. He jumped out a hammer, but there was 8 niggas that ran up on his girl. You got to know the element. A lot of times, motherfuckers don't go to clubs. They hang out at restaurants. Listen, the Encino Police Department told my boss's manager, 35% of the home invasion armed robberies are coming from Batal nightclub where they're following people home. Prime example. Me and Lamont was at French Montana's party. I went to go check on the manager and she was cool, right?
Yeah.
I saw Aaron's J. I saw him. I said, hey, man, you out here moving naked. You know what he told me? Oh, I'm good, big dog. You know what I'm saying? People out here love me. 4 hours later, they was robbing him and shooting at him. Crazy part. If you go outside of Tal or what the fuck is the other place? I think not Bootsy Bellows, some restaurant right next to it, right? You got motherfuckers that are just hanging on the street. Because what is the urban crime in California is not in the urban areas no more. It's coming straight to suburbia, and now suburbia's scared. That's all that is.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Because they look at the suburban areas of weakness. So they approach that area thinking that it's a little bit more sweeter. You know, people are not, it ain't rough over here. You know, people ain't at ease. Their guard is not up. They're not in defense mode over here.
Remember this. All shark attacks happen when what? You out in the water, you flagging your feet, or you sitting your surfboard, or you swimming. You're not respecting the water, no, there are predators there. Then you get hit. Yeah. You've seen somebody with a spear gun, a knife, or an AR-15 swim to get attacked by a shark. It's always when the person not thinking, respecting the water. Yeah. Anytime you don't respect predators, you're going to get hit.
Yep. That's a fact.
I'm going to tell you, Jake's bear witness. After that situation happened, the first robbery in Melrose, I told the people who I'm employed by, from now on, when my boss moves, this is how we're going to move. I'm going to tell you something. I'm not saying she got the best security. I'm just saying this. When she moved, Kylie Jenner, there's already an advanced guy to location.
She got a squad
with her, and she got a chase car. Yep. That's how you got to move. See, a lot of people in this business don't realize this, right? If you have property guards, right, when you leave, you can pull one of your property guards. That can be your chase guard. Then you already are extra EP guy. That's how you move. Because a lot of these celebrities, when you say, yo, we're going to move with extra guys, they're thinking about, okay, it's a day rate or salary for you, plus it's the property guy, plus, no. All we're doing is taking somebody from the property and we're playing chess. Yeah. We're playing defense. This nigga's a strong, this nigga's a free safety.
Yeah.
We the linebackers, D-line, we don't eat up anything, but they try to drop a bomb on us, this safety's going to.
No, that's a fact, man. I think
the thing that shocks me so much about this business, you know this, and Tank know this, it's always the motherfuckers that don't know security, always got the fucking questions and how to assemble men. Nigga, you couldn't assemble a goddamn picnic. How are you going to try to assemble somebody's fight? That's the shit that get me mad.
Listen, you said something a while ago that made the most sense, man. If you making over $1 million, if you're a certified millionaire, you'd be a fool not to have at least 2 24-hour protection. 2 guards.
Oh, exactly.
You'd be an idiot. You'd be a complete idiot.
If you look at from the villages to the kingdoms, they always had sentries. They always had property guards. Then they had an army. Then they had knights to protect the kingdom. The palace had to get protected as much as the person.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so they'll wait for you in the palace.
Yeah, man.
You're always being watched, man. You're always being watched. They're always counting. And the world is more dangerous now, in my personal opinion, than it ever been because of the pandemic, because of the fact of it's just hard out here, you know, and everybody don't have it easy. Everybody don't have it good, and you know, everybody want to take, you know. So it's sad to say a few people in this generation, all they know is take. They don't know about, you know, working hard, grinding, or necessarily going through the hard way, going about it the hard way to get it. So, you know, you definitely, this EP game is not, it's not pretty. It's not cute. You know, I won't say I hate to see, but it just kind of irks me when I see guys on social media that tends to show off as if this is a pretty world. And it's not. You know, you can lose your life. You can die. You know, anything could change in a split second, a split moment. You know,
that's a fact.
bodyguard, it's not cool, man. It's just, this ain't no pretty shit, man. And I didn't even speak about the fact of what you're going through on a daily basis, the mentalness that you have to constantly concentrate on doing this job. You're dealing with your client personality, you're dealing with the camp personality, and then you got to be aware of your surroundings and be ready and be on point for the what ifs and the possibility. You know, you have to always play things out in your mind in certain situations and certain areas that, damn, what if he do this or what if he do that? Let me post here. Let me look at this. Let me stand here. You know, shit can always go left, man. This ain't no goddamn competition. This ain't no goddamn model. See a lot of guys, they want to model and they want to step in the picture. I wish social media would just crash. Or not even so much as social media. Like I wouldn't be mad at Instagram crash. Like if Instagram was down for a few months, you know, because then now what are you doing it for? Because you get a lot of guys that's just doing it for the look of it. You know what I'm saying? Or just to get some hoes, or just to be like, I'm around a celebrity, or I'm around this particular person. I don't give a fuck who I'm around. It's about my bills and my life. You know, this is a job. You know, this is
and
not.
You said it, and you just said it right there, man. And that's what I was talking about earlier. I mean, the days, Horseman, we don't give a fuck who the client is, as long as you pay the fare, as long as you pay the ticket. As long as you're paying that bread, we don't care who the client is. And those days are gone, man. Nobody, the celebrity, the idea that only a celebrity can be protected, them days are over, man. Them days are over, dog. If you got the money.
And you're not just, my bad not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But the thing, you're not just paying for the size, the professionalism, or the image, or the legal guns. Dude, we're away from our families. This is not a job that we could fucking necessarily call off. Or I can't make it today. Or I'm sick. Or I'm running late. Dude, we're away from our families, our kids. We miss out on so much family functions, birthdays, celebrations, gatherings.
Yeah.
You know, we sacrifice all our personal time that we would love to spend with our time that we will never get back.
That's right.
You know, if your kid turns 7, if your kid turns 8, if your kid turns 12, and you miss that, you will never be able to get that back.
No.
You know, so that's what you're paying for, man. You paying for a peace of mind, and you paying for a guy, you know, that's going to protect you in a way that needs it, that it needs to be. And it just, I don't know, man. I just come across a lot of guys, man. It just, I don't know, from this social media, it just seemed like, you know, it's just all about popularity and your image, and, you know, I mean, just, I mean, I didn't bump into guys, and I observed being on the road. Some of these guys got their own cameraman, you know. Swear to God, they got their own cameraman with them while they out with their client taking pictures. Like, this shit is not. This is not a game. This shit is not fun. Like, it's a job. You know what I'm saying? If you love this type of work, if this is what you love doing, then do it to the best of your ability. Absolutely. You know, train in the gym, train in the gun range, be consistent, be disciplined. You know, if you have the opportunity to come across a group of guys like yourself that have experience and have a well-known reputation in the game, pick their brain. Absolutely. Talk to them, learn from them. You know, be humble, be grounded, because this shit can end any day, any moment. You know, everywhere I go, I shake. I don't give a fuck what arena, club. I done been in so many arenas, man, and I will shake the custodian hand and speak to him like a human being, because you never know, 5 years later, that same custodian could be the fucking building manager. Absolutely. 5 years later, you know, or the head of security 5 years later. So You know,
it was scary, right? And this is what I don't like. All right. Now, in this business, you and Tank both seen this. Now, we all got families. We all got loved ones. We all got villages we take care of.
Yeah.
I just, let me tell you something, right? When I put on them black jeans and them black shoes and Chucks and that black T-shirt and that black hoodie, that's my uniform. I feel incredible. I feel so righteously, so good. It bothers me that when I be on my mental high, ready to go for anything's going to happen in the hours I'm working, and the guy I'm working with, this nigga smoking weed, this nigga on the phones.
Bodyguard.
Yeah, the bodyguard. And this is why I try to tell everybody, listen, you cannot put a game-bred Argentine dogo in the same room as a Maltese and think they both going to protect your house. It's dog impossible. Mm-hmm. When they have us around these type of guys, of course we're going to be respectable, but sooner or later, steel and plastic can't be used together. That type of guy will wear down a machine.
Yeah.
Then if the people, they get so mad on what they think you getting or what they think you doing that, bro, you can do the same thing I'm doing. You put down the marijuana. If you stop trying to be a bodyguard, if you get your situation together, you can achieve anything in life.
That's a fact.
You got 2 limbs, 2 eyes, and a mouth. You can achieve anything, and you're not incarcerated. You can achieve anything. I cannot, and see, it happens so much that these goddamn artists, these celebrities, these athletes, they entertain weak artists. Let me tell you something. Years ago, you can achieve anything, and you're not incarcerated. I give this man all the credit in the world. Back in the day, when niggas used to come to L.A., I'm not saying that he was the killer or whatever. Suge Knight installed fear so much that celebrities either had to not go to California or put together a respectable team or have somebody that can negotiate traffic and have somebody that can maneuver through traffic. That's how you went to California. Okay, I'm just using California as a terminology. But nowadays, how you a bodyguard don't know? This is a fucking secret society. All guards know each other, heard each other, seen each other. There's some type of rapport. Everything, how you doing? Everybody speaks. You have these watered down bodyguards. You trying to put a motherfucking crabgrass in a basket full of roses. You can't sell it.
No.
Every day you have to fucking try to explain to this man there's so much. This is the thing that hurts us. It's so much hate in this community that it's crazy. Like, you're not going to go, if you see somebody at the gym benching 775 and you bench 135, you're going to say they're on steroids, he a faggot, he this. Why? Why can't you just be a nigga that's training?
Absolutely.
That's discipline. That's work hard.
Take your emotions out of it and make yourself that better guy. Mm-hmm. Like you say, social media, not just in security game, just so what we are as men. Anytime, listen, I respect any woman or any man that OnlyFans that hustling, get their money. Cool, get your money. All right. But this is what you got to be. The reality is, stop trying to be somebody you're not. When you got these bodyguards, they 34, 25, 36, all their life they did nothing. Now all of a sudden they got a black T-shirt on and some fitted jeans and some fucking Balenciaga tennis shoes. Now you top shot bodyguard. I told somebody, in the past 10 years, name 25 bodyguards that have shot somebody protecting a client. You can't name them. Mm-mm. I think about a government is cool. Do you know how to clean your gun? Do you know the state laws on your gun? Have you ever pulled your protect somebody before? Have you ever shot at somebody before? It's easy to talk that gun shit until you actually be in them battles.
Right.
And one thing, you know, I know early on, Tank, when you started this podcast, you and Jay, man, y'all touched on something that a lot of guys don't know about. Since we're speaking about guns, gun insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that right there.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That right there is extreme. You should get gun insurance first before you get your weapons.
Let me tell you something. This is how real it is. When I go out in the field and I leave the house and I carry my weapons, I don't go, Jay will tell you, I don't go nowhere I can't carry my gun. So when I leave the house and carry a gun, that first day on the job, that's an insurance check. I don't get paid till my second day of work. My second day of work is when I get paid. The first day of work goes to insurance. It goes to lawyers. It goes to retainers. It goes to all those things that can keep me protected in the field in case the worst happens. I'm not playing, you know what I'm saying? I'm not playing Monday night quarterback. I want to be in the game at the moment. I want to be ready at the moment. I'm not waiting for a day later. I'm not waiting for an artist to pay for my lawyer. I'm not waiting for an artist to get my bail.
Man, say that again, man.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right there, man. Woo.
See, Killer J, I tell you, we done been in the situations when how froggy these artists get as soon as some trouble come down. They ready to throw you on the fire.
Throw you in the fire. Act like you haven't been with them for 4, 5, 6, 12 years.
Immediately. That's a cold night in jail. That's a cold week in jail. Waiting on the artist to get you bail. Only the real ones know.
That's facts.
Yeah.
You walk around here and you think you buddy and y'all talking and laughing and chopping it up. But when shit hit the fan, that's when you really find out. You just work for me. I just work for you. You're just security. At that point, you're just like every other security that they may have came across and may have had work for them.
Absolutely.
I'm going to tell you something so cool. Say that you were entertainer after the celebrity, right? Or say you're a private person, you have a party at your house. Don't you know the security provides security for your property? It has to go through the homeowners association first.
Yeah.
So people like, let me tell you something. See, a lot of times with our people, we don't know the technical side. When you have property guards and you have all this stuff, every mansion, every home has a home association. You have a type of liability insurance that covers something because the guy having a home, having a party, anybody get cut, a car accident, he's liable.
Yeah.
So while you're on your watch, you're liable now. Do you have that type of insurance? See, people don't realize this. That's what gets me so mad. That's why I tell everybody, this podcast is like a happy hour where people sit down and talk about realistic shit, politics, health, fatherhood, relationships, financial stuff. You know what I'm saying? On the job training, on the job experiences. When anybody gets butthurt or what we're saying, you put your emotions into a business conversation.
That's a fact.
I'm not perfect. There's something you could tell me I can learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I'm the same way.
If every security person was doing their job right, and every security person all together banned like a business quota for the client will have to do nothing. See, this is what the delusion is. You may see this client with all this jewelry on, all this shit. This nigga ain't trying to pay nobody. If you're armed guard, number one, after the trial, you're done. That's part of your work. Number two, the client's manager, staff knows have gun will travel. You have to pay for that gun to get on the plane.
Man, say that again, man. You gotta pay for that, man. And I'm not sure. Don't quote me. I'm praying to God that these guys, you know, the EP guys in this industry that goes out here and does the type of work. I'm praying that, you know, you all state you have to pay for my firearm transportation.
Got to.
Yep.
You have to pay for my ground transportation.
Got to.
You have to pay for my flight. I need a room. I'm not an animal. I'm not a machine. I'm a human being just like you. You know, I'm human just like you. I get tired. I get hungry.
Yeah.
You know, I get angry. I get upset. I get irritated. You know, and I'm just hoping that guys, you know, put pressure on that. You know, state that. Don't give in just to be around somebody so you could take a picture and post it on your fucking page. And
absolutely.
Now you get 1,000 fucking likes. It's not about popularity, man. Who gives a fuck who like what you got going on? It's a job. It just comes back down to a very, very dangerous job.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Killer J, I tell you, if you carry a firearm, and if you're not up on the legal laws, if you carry a firearm and you sharing a room with somebody, say you sharing a room with somebody and that person has felonies. Say that person has a warrant. Say that person is under any type of probation or parole. And you in the room with him and that firearm, oh, you get that charge and he do.
Yeah.
See, I've been saying this.
How about when you ride around with your client and you armed and your client is smoking weed in the vehicle?
Come on.
You get pulled over.
Come on. We've said it.
How about that?
We've said it on this show time and time again. The trick bag when it comes to carrying firearms and the trick bag when it comes to the law, when the trick bag to that is any certain things can make that gun illegal. I don't care how many CCWs you got. I don't care how many credentials you have. If somebody is in that vehicle with drugs or paraphernalia, that gun becomes illegal.
Yep.
And a cop will tell you to your face, pick a charge. You can either take the drugs or the guns. But both of them are illegal. Once they are together, you have made that gun illegal.
This was scary, right? Say that you're in the car with your client or entourage, right? Say they have over 2 ounces of weed and they have a grinder. That's a manufacturing charge. You're going to get it. See, this I tell you all the time. This is why I tell them, look, I'm not going to ride in the car with him because him smoke weed and I'm not going to do all that. Yeah. When you go, there's people saying right here, Floyd Mayweather, 50 Cent, and Allen was the best. And Drake sometimes. Mm-hmm. You have to keep security and entourage separate. The only time we see each other is, hey, how you doing? Keep moving. We're separate entity to the machine.
Yes, absolutely. And as a matter of fact, the smart ones don't want you with the entourage.
Yep.
The smart ones don't want you with them.
On tour, on the bus I'm on, the back of the bus is mine. I tell everybody, the manager, this how I ride. My guns are back here. No one goes back there.
Absolutely.
You want me to bring this? No one goes back there. I'm not telling nigga, we might be doing a show. You might try to bring a bitch on the bus. Bro, bring a bitch on the bus. It's $1,000 fine and 3 face shots. Come on.
Now, truth be told, say this, truth be told, it was Horseman, it was Killa Kane who started the idea of there being security buses on tour.
Yep.
An entire bus purely for security. We did that for 6 years. Cash Money, Birdman, Lil Wayne, Drake, Nicki Minaj. Security had their own tour bus. That's how important it was for the smart ones to understand. We can't afford, and in the security bus, you had all the guns, you had all the money. Right, that's where the money and the guns were in the security bus.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because depending on where you were traveling, depending on where you were going, you going through the deep South, you going through Nebraska, you going through the Midwest. You know how many times a tour bus gonna get pulled over and searched?
Come on. Mm-hmm. Look at Big Brian, Steve Nelly. They got pulled over in Oklahoma, found all that product on the bus, and Brian took the charge.
Yep. Happens all the fucking time.
Yep.
Happens all the time.
Okay, so we was with Birdman. Birdman didn't fuck with New York City. He made sure if there was any hammers around, they weren't brung to New York City.
That's right.
They got left in the tri-state area.
That's right.
That's
right.
Ooh.
That's right.
Because you can call Port Authority. I'm flying out. Sure, fly. As soon as you get there, you can ask our boy.
Come on.
Smitty. As soon as you get there, he called Port Authority everywhere.
Yep.
He got there and went to check in. They locked his ass up. He's on Rikers Island for fucking 2 weeks.
Yep.
Gun charge.
Yep.
I know a guy that left New York and he had a shell in his bag. Yep. And they locked him up.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And they locked him up.
Absolutely.
That's very, very important. Not only just gun insurance, you got to know the laws. You got to know the laws.
Got to know the laws.
You got to know the laws.
And I'm gonna tell you this too. They change.
Yes,
They
they do.
change.
They definitely change.
They change.
And you
month to
got to
month.
download the right app or make the right phone call to know the updates each month, each year, yes.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you this. And I got a bunch of flack for it. Years ago. Killer J will tell you. Join the NRA. Join the NRA. They don't know which. They don't know what color you are. They don't know. They don't know who you are. Join the NRA online, and they will issue
that card
you.
Speaks volume.
Speaks volume, and they will issue you a news update. You will get it every time the laws change. You will get an update on your phone.
Yep. Like people are saying this in Florida, you can only do security with a certain type of gun. You can't do security in Florida with a fucking a Glock 19 or Glock 26.
Shit, I do you one better. In California, you can't even have a Glock. You can't even have a Glock on the field. If your magazine hold more than 10 rounds, that is an illegal firearm in the state of California.
Yep. You have to know the amount of rounds in certain cities.
Absolutely.
Yep. I was just going to say that. And it'd be the littlest thing, man, that the police will lock you up for.
Oh, because they know the law. They know the law.
Yep.
What happened with Chris Brown's boys? Chris Brown's boys, they thought they had the CCWs. They thought they had everything covered. They locked everybody up in the car.
Yep. I do one better for you. People don't get this, right? This is how much the gun laws. We was with Floyd. Police came to the house. Cuban Dave was armed. The cop said, "As Dave, you armed?" He said, "Most definitely armed." The guy said, "You armed right now?" He said, "Most definitely armed right now." You know, the cop told him, "I respect you doing your job."
Yep. Period.
Because in the state of Nevada, Henderson County, you can have your gun you have a 60-day grace period to register your gun there.
Yep. From out of state.
See, Virginia's open carry state. You can walk around like the Taliban.
Absolutely. I got a CCW there. Virginia is a non-residential CCW state too.
Yep.
So you can get your CCW.
Right.
Yep. You can get your CCW and not necessarily have to live in that state.
Kentucky and Tennessee have the best gun laws. That's why all that shit with Breonna Taylor and stuff. First of all, Kentucky and Tennessee have the best gun laws. But there's so many people they pull over. And these black people don't know these black men don't know their rights. That's how they get jammed up.
Always.
You have a right to carry your gun anywhere.
Always. Georgia too.
Yep. Yep. Georgia, I could drop with my gun on my hip.
Right. Since you go to Atlanta right now, you're gonna see at least every other nigga with an AR-15.
Everybody got a long gun.
Everybody.
Yep.
Everybody got a long gun out there.
And SBRs.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like that. It's about to be like that. And I said it earlier. in the show. You got to get, first of all, you got to get legal. Second of all, you got to get CCWs on records. Just if you don't have at least one CCW, at least get one. Because if they institute national reciprocity, if they at any point institute national reciprocity, if you got one CCW, you're gonna be covered in all the states.
Yep.
But
even if you have a girlfriend, make sure your girl get a concealed permit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make sure she get a gun.
Absolutely.
Because they pull you over, that's a legal gun in the car.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where it's going right now. But like I said, if they ever institute national reciprocity and it becomes law, it's going to be significantly harder to get a CCW.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they're going to make it harder.
They're going to make it harder.
And see, these are the little things, and the things that we're speaking about. These are the little things that a lot of guys are not aware of, and that some law enforcement use to throw you in a trick bag, so to say, to use against you, to pretty much, because the whole main goal is to get you in a position where you cannot legally carry.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Some guys, some people are some people are all for it, for everyone having a firearm, and a lot are not. And a lot feel some type of way about it.
Absolutely.
And, you know, for the sake of that, you got the ones that go out their way to make sure you know this. Are you aware of this? Are you aware of that? If not, come on so you can learn the hard way. I'll show you.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's more to it than wearing a black shirt. There's more to it than having a mask on your face, mean mugging. You know, there's more to it than just taking social media pictures behind your client, next to your client. You know, it's more to it than, you know, Instagram and everything. You know, you just have to, you know, you damn near got to be perfect doing this type of work. Or just doing the necessary things to cover yourself. You can't depend on the client, the DJ, the hype man, the client best friend. No, you got to depend on yourself to cover your own ass when you out here.
Because the bottom line is they're going to hold you responsible.
Yeah.
They're going to hold you responsible. No matter what happens, if it goes bad, they're going to hold you responsible. So you can't be afraid. You can't be afraid to tell these people what you need, tell these people what you won't accept, what you're not going to accept, and how it has to be.
Say that again, Tank. Please say that again. Just say that.
You can't be afraid to do so, because if it go bad, it's going to be on you. Killa J will tell you, numerous occasions we've said, no, we're not going. No, it's not happening. We're not staying here. We're not moving there. We driving this. We doing this. We doing that. Because if it goes bad, the first thing they're going to do is look at us.
Yep. And it just don't be no necessary yes man, you know, and don't be afraid to speak up on what's needed and what's right. You know, it's a certain type of way that you can have a conversation with your client, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, but if it need to be said, say it. Because that conversation may save your life.
You gotta say it. You can't be afraid. You can't be afraid to say maybe we ain't it.
Yep.
Maybe this ain't what you want. Maybe you need something else. Because for you to have what we provide, for you to have the level of protection that we provide, this is what's necessary. And if you can't do that, then go get somebody else. And Jay will tell you, we ain't never had to ask a motherfucker for a job. Ever.
Nope.
Ever. There is no such thing as an unemployment line for a gunman.
I know.
You will always have a job. I promise you. And the need for you is only going to get worse. We see it every day. That's the one thing about us. The need for us is always going to get worse and worse and worse. We've been saying it for years. This is Horseman country now.
Yep.
Yeah, these definitely these different scenarios and killings and shootings.
Come on.
Is definitely weaving out the men from the boys.
Ooh, say that. Yep. Say that.
You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that that's what training camp is all about. When you playing ball, who gonna fucking break first?
That's right.
Who gonna quit? Who ain't mentally, physically strong enough?
That's right.
And you know, being out here in the field, anytime you moving around with a client, you in the field, man.
Yeah. Right.
You in the field. Your mindset has to be a certain way. You have to move a certain way. You need to be aware of what's going on and what's around you, what's around your client. Who's this person? Who's that person? What's going on over there? You know, those different things is very, very important. And it'll keep you safe. It'll keep you alive. It'll keep your client alive. And it'll keep you employed. And one thing I want to say, man, when I was brought up in a security game coming from Chicago, your name and your reputation means everything.
Everything.
Your name and your reputation is all you got out here in this life, in this world we live in. If you give a fuck about your name and your reputation, you do right, You do right by your people. You do right by your name. You do right about the group of guys that you work with, the team that you work with. You do right, and it'll stick out. It'll go far.
It'll last. It'll last forever.
This motto. I'd rather give me 4 quarters over 100 dimes any day.
That's right.
Meaning that I know with that number there, we gonna walk it like we talk it, stalking and walking. See, the thing that's so crazy, see what you said? That goes for anything in life. If you're the provider for your village, they should want for nothing. Mm-hmm. They should have. It should be the 30. It should have to be the second of the month. They crying. Nobody is this. Nah. If anybody's your village and you say, look, these are the rules of being a village. Be a man. If you out here fucking around with these dumbass girls and they not doing nothing to benefit you, can tell you something. Anybody that come into our life is supposed to have a magnitude of empathy for what we want, because we give our life to somebody. We want our private time. It's supposed to be kindness, happiness, no drama, because they know we're going to make sure that they're fed and taken care of. But the empathy at the level for us has to be outstanding, because at the end of the day, we're human. We need to have our own peace of mind, our own cherished moments in life.
That's right.
Even just car gas, even a car need a car wash, oil change, check the tires, check the fluids.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And a cowboy got to change the horseshoes.
Yeah.
Give them water, brush them.
Yeah.
And for all the guys, go ahead.
People be forgetting. It can't. It's not. Nobody by himself runs. You have a team that feeds you, takes care of you, caters to you. That generates a machine that works stronger and hard. A man that has nothing to fight for has nothing to live for. Yeah. When you come home to private life, this is what we fight for.
That's right.
If you got 100 wives or 100 dogs, 100 kids, they should want for nothing, because now you're in your private world.
That's right.
You are the king here.
Well, earn the right to come home. That's what they say. Earn the right to come home. Every time you leave.
That shit.
That's right. Earn the right to come home. Earn the right to come home. Come home justified. Yeah. Justified. Every time we come home, every time a horseman come home from the field, it's justified. Ain't no telling what he had to do to make it home.
Exactly.
The long night, the hungry days.
Come on.
Yep.
Starvation.
The sleepless night, the starvation. You can't. That's another thing about this game. It's not pretty. You don't get to eat when you want. You don't get to work out when you want. Sometimes you can't eat what you want or when you want to. You know, you're on someone else's time. You're being paid to be on someone else's time. And the mental, this game, this job is more mental than physical, guys. Mm-hmm. The mental part of it, in my personal opinion, from my experience, I feel like it's more mental, because your mind is constantly going. You're constantly watching. You're constantly observing. You're constantly looking. I'm looking for the bullshit when I'm out in the field.
Absolutely.
Because I don't want the bullshit to surprise me. I don't want the bullshit to get up on me. Those 2-3 seconds of me lollygagging, bullshitting may cost my life, my client life. So when I finally go in my room, when I'm out in the field, I could be tired. Oh my God, I'm tired as hell. And then when I go in the room and I finally calm down and relax, I can't even lay down. I can't even go to sleep. Nope.
That's right. Nope. You got to put yourself out like a goddamn wild animal. Yo.
I brush my teeth. I got to fucking analyze every part of my day, what I do right, what I did wrong. Then I sit in the chair. After I sit in the chair, I got to spit in the bottle. Then I get and brush my teeth. Then I take my mud mask off. Then I cut my fingernails. Then I sit there. And by the time I try to close my eyes, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I got to eat breakfast at 7:30. At 9:30, we got to be in the gym. Yep. At 12 o'clock, got to be to work.
Every day.
People are saying, like, you can't turn it off.
No.
Nope. That's the thing about our job. There's no fucking vacation. There's no days off. There's no showing up late. There's no. Be careful what you ask for in life, man.
There's no medical.
Right. It's shit, man. These guys make this shit so goddamn pretty on social media, man. This shit is not fucking pretty, man.
No.
It's not pretty, man. And if you are blessed enough to get with a client that gives two shit about you, you're blessed.
Mm-hmm.
You're blessed because that's not normal. It's not quite often you come across a client with such attitude as if they care about what you got going on.
That's a fact.
This is the crazy part that people don't realize. Okay, see what you said. Imagine this. Imagine we somewhere for a month. Okay. Now, if you don't have people in the area, you got to find a laundromat to wash your clothes. Okay.
Yep.
At the hotel. You're going to run out of body wash. You're going to run out of toothpaste. You're going to run out of deodorant. You're going to run out of soap. So you got to find a target where you can. So between breakfast and gym, you got to find a way to Target or CVS or Dwayne Wade to get your stuff. Okay, boom. So that 10-minute run right there, boom. So every bodyguard knows Target's our best friend. It's socks, it's underwear, it's black hoodies, black T-shirts, it's cosmetics. It's jerky, it's bottled water there, it's fucking oatmeal, it's granola. So you're going to have it. You got to cut your gym time to go get your stuff together. Like, when you're on the road, you have a window to get everything done for you on duty. Because when you get off work, some of them stores are closed.
That's right.
Yep. You don't even know when you're going to get off work.
I can tell you, with Birdman, we used to get to the hotel at 9 o'clock in the morning, and we still be standing out in front of the fucking tour bus till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Yep.
The one time I was like, yo, man, why don't you guys take shifts? We said, we don't take shifts. We walk together. We stand together. We'll be all right.
That's
We was
facts.
Floyd Mayweather doing training camp, bro. You have between 6:30 a.m. to 1:35 in the afternoon to do everything you want to do, because eat. You might not eat till 6:30 next morning because he's training. From training, he got to do road work. From road work, he might want to go to the gym at 1 o'clock in the morning. Shit, he might want to go gamble for 5 hours.
And then go to the club.
Then go to the club.
Yeah.
And the whole time you got to be aware. You got to be on point. You got to watch your six. You got to watch your brother six. You got to watch your client six.
That's right.
Man, we used to take protein bars and break them down to 5s. Imagine that. And then you might be standing for hours, so you got to take sips of the Gatorade cap for water, because you can't overdrink the water, because when you got to pee, you go to the bathroom. Something happens. If you don't realize that.
Yeah.
That's
The early days. I got
those are real live facts, man. Can't drink. It's hard to drink a gallon of water or as much water as you want, because you always got to run to the washroom. Mm-hmm. You always got to go piss.
So we go to the gym now. We bring our clothes with us. Sometimes we got to take a Puerto Rican shower at the fucking gym. In all 3 hot spots to get going.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, that's why when you say for this, it behooves me, or how these clowns just take, like you say, this social media. If you look at the average man right now, right, he walking with his girl. This man gonna put his girl on the outside where she close to the street, instead of put her inside where she's to the wall. These niggas don't know how to walk.
Wow. That part.
Guys, I see guys all day long will walk in first and let their girl walk behind them. And don't even fucking stretch their arm out to open up the door for their lady.
Yeah.
But guess who does that?
Yep.
Me.
Yep. And me.
And then he looking at me crazy, and she caught my eye.
Right.
You got a lot of guys out here that don't even realize before they get in the car, your seatbelt should already be buckled, so you ain't got to be fucking your seatbelt when you put it on. It's like seatbelt should already be buckled.
That's right. You don't get paid for safety.
Yeah.
You don't get paid for
safety. If you take the average, I tell you, these average internet bodyguards, if you put them in real life, I'm going to give you a prime example, right? I'm only using this for example.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I tell everybody, it's cool to talk the gun shit, okay? And I'm not hating on nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Kylie Jenner had a situation in her house 2 months ago. The transit dude, right? Big dude, probably like 6'3", 6'4". He hopped the gate, broke into the pool house, chased her security away. These guys guns, tasers, batons, brass knuckles, hatchets. He chased them away. But see, a lot of times, I tell everybody, I always give this example. You could take somebody right now on fucking Joe Biden's security detail and send him with fucking Quavo to Magic City. He would not know what to do.
Fold like a napkin. Fold like a napkin. You know what?
To capitalize, well, not to capitalize, but to piggyback on what you were saying, Jay, another thing I want to announce, and me and my guys was just speaking about this, Big Hand and Frank. Learn how to do security all around. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you're not going to always be on the client. Sometimes you need to do it in advance. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you need to be at the house. Mm-hmm. So learn all corners, all four corners, so to say. Mm-hmm. Learn all positions. That what makes you stand out. That what keeps you sharp. Because you're not going to always be personal with the client.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You got guys that been doing personal security for 15, 10 years, 20 years, and you put them and you label them as an advanced guy and you put them in an advanced position and they don't know how to do shit.
Nope. No logistics.
There's more to it than just following and walking behind your client.
Absolutely.
Come on. That's why I said Lamont Wynn is a living testament right now from Horseman School. Look at Lamont.
Yep.
He's Aaron Donaldson's everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I talk to Lamont every day.
That's a fact.
Look at me. I'm the dog walker. I'm the fucking trainer. I'm the shake maker. I'm the assistant with the housekeeper. I'm the FedEx package deliverer. I'm the food go-getter. I'm the car detailer. Bro, this job, you have no ego. You need it done, boss, I'm going to do it.
Yep, because that's what you get paid to do.
That's what you get paid to do.
That's what you get paid to do. Take care of the business.
Learn how to be a driver.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's different roles that you have to know how to play. Because you don't never want to be in a position where you're being called to play a different role, and you don't know how to pursue that role. You don't know how to react to it.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something better. Okay? Everybody knows the protests happen, right? So, in this particular area, Sunset is the main street. So where my people stay at, all I do is do a recon every day. Take a different way to the house. Learn all the back roads and the fucking Israel. You know what the assistant asked me? Why are you doing that? I said, first of all, a fire, a protest, a home invasion, anything might happen back here. Why would you want to take the normal route out of here? Every day you come here, take it a different way. If this guy can get fan mail to his house, that means somebody's watching his property.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
You got to be better than anybody because it can happen at any given minute.
Any given minute. And you just never know who's paying attention to you. You know, for the guys that post pictures and videos online when they out with their client, be careful with your location. You know, the person, if I'm trying to touch a certain person and I know you're doing security for that person, all I need to do is go on your stories. All I need to do is go on your page. I can learn when and somewhat how you move by the time that you post your pictures, the locations and the areas that you post your pictures. But everything don't deserve to be on social media. Everything, first off, if you got enough time to record yourself with a client, it's a problem.
Facts.
I'm going to tell you what's scary. If somebody is really smart, they could go to Google Maps, print your client's house at, see every car on the property, and know where it is. Let me tell you something. Tank can tell you, we used to Drake, this little fat kid used to always show up, right? So when I said, my man, how do you know we always stay at? He said, what I do is I call every hotel and ask for CJ Gibson. When they say CJ Gibson's there, I know y'all there.
Crazy.
But
you know, I've been doing this long enough, and I've been in similar places where other guys have been, where I will go online and I will go view a story or a page, and I know what area or what hotel they are in because of what they post and when they post it. So you just got to be aware. Once again, it just be the little things, little things that will make a big difference.
Yep. They don't get it, bro.
That's a fact, man.
Hate to learn the hard way.
That's right.
But this podcast that you have created is definitely knowledgeable. It's definitely needed.
I appreciate that.
I'm pleased and thankful for you creating it. Me, I speak to Lamont about it. I speak to Kevin Fane about it, Miami.
Hell yeah.
Been up on you guys for some years, from Chicago. We used to see y'all move around with Drake.
Absolutely.
See y'all move around with Cash Money. And there's pros and cons to it when it comes to this social media. But this podcast is definitely needed, though.
Well, that's the thing about this podcast, man.
Are you going to pay nice or are you going to pay twice?
Absolutely. Now, the thing about this podcast, man, is for us, man. Like, the problem with being quiet and for the problem with the real ones being quiet is all the fake ones get all the attention.
Yep.
And when the fake ones get all the attention, they end up being the ones teaching the new generation.
Yep, that's a fact.
And we can't afford that. We can't afford to teach another generation of these new dudes coming in, fucking the game up. Because there won't be a game. There won't be a game.
Yep.
There won't be a career for us in this industry.
Yep.
So we can't let the chicken and beer, pay me with pussy and attention. We can't let that slide because they started, and Jay will tell you, the narrative that a lot of these people who were online, they were basically shitting on black men in this business.
Yep.
We weren't professional. We weren't skilled. We weren't knowledgeable. We didn't have the resumes. We didn't have the histories. And that's all bullshit. You're talking to a man on the line right now with over 25 years of experience at the highest levels. Shit, I've been doing it for damn near 15. So there's no way a Charlemagne the God or anybody else who can get online and say, if you want real security, get you some white dudes in suits. Nothing against white dudes, but that ain't the definition of protection in this business.
Right. Yep. That ain't the end point of it.
No, that ain't it, man. If you want to look at the definition of protection in this business, you look at Killa J, you look at Horseman, you look at what we've been doing for the past 15, 20, 25 years. I mean, come on. Allen Iverson. Who remembers Allen Iverson and how he moved? Come on, man. That's Killa J. Who remembers 50 and how he moved during the height of the drama, during the height of the threats, during the height of the shootouts and all BMF. You talking to a man who was there during that period.
Mm.
Like people don't realize, man, every major turning point in hip hop, every major beef, every major period in this industry, Killa J's been involved. I've been involved in the past 10 years.
You know what?
Everybody. Know everybody that knows everybody.
You know what? I always think this is the crazy. I always think D-Rock, because D-Rock opened my eyes up. D-Rock saved Puffy. Well, back in the day, Puffy had D-Rock, Wolf, and Riz, right?
Absolutely.
And they saved his soul so many times. D-Rock went to prison for them guys twice. I'll never forget when that situation happened with Puffy and Drake, and we were on the back stairs at Kanye West fashion show. And D-Rock said to me, "You and me are family." I knew D-Rock before there was an OVO. And he said, I knew D-Rock since 1997. I met D-Rock at back to school jam for 95.5 in this club called Nations. He was a Little C's then. It was a back to school jam. I met him then. He was coming in and he was a Little C's and they didn't want to get frisked. And so Pitbull was at the gate and we came there. He's like, "Yo, man, it's my client." I said, "You know, that's your client? You're the bodyguard. You're straight and he's straight. Let him in." And we had built a beautiful rapport after that. The thing is, he told me them backstairs, he said, "Look, man, you and me are family. You know each other for 20 years. Nothing will happen between you and me. But my boss type of guy that if I get in trouble, he gonna come get me. If I go to prison, I'm gonna come home to $1 million in Maybach." He said, "What's your boss gonna do for you?" When he said that to me, I looked out the corner of my eye and I seen Drake, Chubbs, this pussy ass nigga named Mark jump in the truck and leave, right? Now, Drake is the client. I ain't tripping off that. The fact when he said that they drove away, and me, Tank, Lamont, Chuma, Smitty, White Boy Mike, Rocks, were on them. Me and Tank were on the stairs, and everyone else was on the bottom. When it was D-Rock had like 30 dudes with him. When I seen that, and I realized my connection with D-Rock let this nigga Drake live, and this nigga thanked me by just driving away. When I got back to the hotel, didn't compensate me, didn't say thank you. That was like the final nail in my coffin. I'm like, you know what? I'm cool, bro. I'm good. I didn't put it all on the line for you. And the crazy part was Jay-Z himself told that nigga, "This ain't got nothing to do with Puff no more. This is between you and D-Rock. But you're a big man. Him and D-Rock got a good relationship. So there ain't gonna be no heat on you." And that nigga couldn't even pull me aside and pat me on my head or tap my shoulder or give me a thank you, nothing. That day, it's like somebody stabbed me in the heart because for fucking 5 years, I made that nigga my king. No request too big, no mission never got done. And I put him before my own boy. Wow. And I will always, in my heart of hearts, be like, I will never in my life do that again and get shitted on when I did my job. I stood tall for you when the niggas that came to be OVO, all this other shit, didn't do anything. I stood there. When you got to a situation with Puff, December 10th, that Live nightclub, I was with Rick Ross. I called Tank, Mr. Tank was good. I went back in the club with them niggas.
Absolutely.
And his Ray Donovan, his Cold Killer didn't do nothing. And that right there, that's when I knew for a fact that as far as me working for a rapper, I was done. Yeah. I was officially done.
Yeah. I remember, man. Them days, we put in more work and did more damage in this industry for one man that we ever did for any other man.
How about missions, retrieving cars, go and get stolen? Man, let me tell you something, man. That's what gets me so mad about people sometimes when this security game, because even with certain other athletes we were being taken with, when his situation wasn't the best financially, he got caught up in a whammy. Me and Tank went state to state to collect motherfucking people to drive my personal car to different states to collect this is what I had an expedition. Drive my personal car to different states to collect money people owed him because he was in a unique situation. Never got it. That's why I told you. That's why when people do this shit, I get so mad. I don't really speak on it a lot. But like, motherfucker, you niggas trying to glamorize something. Y'all ain't walked a day in my shoes. That's right. Y'all don't know all the bull. Me and Tank got left behind 3 times fucking with that nigga with the bracelets on us. After you told us to do it, we stood tall, didn't say a fucking thing. We had to put our own defense team strategy together, our own witnesses, our own law enforcement to help us out. Yep. We had to retrieve our own security tapes from the club. Yep. We had to get letters from the promoters and the fucking cocktail waitress to verify what happened, what didn't happen.
Had our own investigators.
Then when you go to court, your lawyer going to tell you to your face, look, man, I don't know who that guy is working for you, but the people that just called in are the upper echelon of the fucking law enforcement and the government of this state. So you need to really thank him and give him a raise because no charges can be brought, nothing civilly or criminally, because that guy right there made some phone calls, and the calls he made, I can't even make.
True history.
You gotta remember, dog, me and Tank were banned from all New York City nightclubs. They had a trespassing on us. If hip hop, the captain of the hip hop police pulled us up and said, "Listen, bro, had I not met your guys 6 months ago and build a rapport, you guys would be in jail right now. Right. You guys can't go to Club Greenhouse, Club Whip. Every club in New York City, had a trespass and we couldn't attend.
Yep.
For over almost 2 years.
Yep. Yeah. Not one lawyer call, not one legal team payment. Nothing. All out of pocket. All out of pocket. That's why when I tell you, an artist ain't coming to help, an artist ain't coming to rescue none of you motherfuckers. Because
Chop, what I'm talking about, you can get on the phone right now and Google. You know what I'm saying? By the grace of God, I'm connected with. That's me and Tank. We've been seen on the powerlifting team. It just blows my. That's why when these motherfucking rappers, I love you. No, nigga, you don't love me. You love what I can do for you. You don't love me as a person. Because I shouldn't want for nothing.
Yeah.
The only nigga that came and got us was fucking. We was in fucking overseas. It's legal to bootleg shit. Told us to stop you niggas from bootlegging. We did exactly what he said. We snatched nigga up. The nigga went to the police. Scotland Yard came and got us with a mask on. Wow. They held us over there for a week in custody.
Yeah. Yep.
My man, he was the hottest person on Interscope Records. He said, "Look, bro, I will not continue this tour until my guys come home." That's how we got out.
Yeah.
Look at my situation.
True
when
story.
I got in the situation with Allen Iverson, my bond was $286,000. 35 federal assault charges. My man told me, "Look, bro, you go get whatever you want to get for his legal team. I got it." I said, "Boss, I promise you 3 things. You will never have your face be seen going into court, and I'll eat this. You ain't got to worry about it." 35 in charges. I gave him everything but one.
Yep. And that's in the paper.
That's indeed, yeah.
That's in the paper.
I speak on facts.
These are facts. These Googleable facts.
Mad, bro. This is why I get so mad when I see these guys out here, like you say, mean mugging, doing this, doing that. Nigga, what have you done? Your client won't even cover your per diem. And you talking about my client.
Yeah. That's a fact, man. That's deep. I just sit at
the table, all rise, and I had to stand up.
Yeah. Yep.
And still here, still standing strong, still going it.
Absolutely.
They had to bring my mama from the motherfucking hospice. You know what hospice is?
Yeah.
They had to bring my mom from my trial. Wow. I mean, that's what get me so mad, bro. Get me so worked up when I see all this fucking fuck shit these niggas do. When I done gave my time, my freedom, all on the line of protecting you, and to get fucked over and have these fuck boys on this internet do this shit, nigga, what? Nigga, I didn't fuck security. I made sure it was a crime to say anything against your name. In every, no matter where we went to, every state I stood tall for you, and Tank stood tall for me.
Because that's the key, man. Killa, I tell you.
That's why I refuse to this day. I would never in my life work next to a Rudy Poot, weed smoking motherfucker who don't have the same type of work ethic or just the man family oriented goals that this is my job. I will serve, protect my boss at all costs. I will give my freedom, my life, and my time to my boss. If you don't live by that oath, the nigga, why are you around me? You're their friend, not mine.
Yeah, we ain't on the same page.
And that's why I can't talk to no fucking slick back, hush puppy, shoe wearing manager who's trying to make money about security. You can't protect your own waistline. What you talking about, bodyguard?
You know, it kills me. Go ahead.
and that's what I hate for these niggas. If you from the street, if you was ever on a street corner selling any type of narcotic, the number one rule of life is you're going to have some muscle before you hustle. You're going to have a shooter. You're going to have a goon. And you're going to have some workers. So how the fuck is you supposed to come from that type of background, so they say, but you don't know how to take care of the real niggas that know how to take care of you? That's the fuck. That's all the niggas, I'm so hood. Where are you from, Japan? You can't say you from these cities. What's it called? What's it, First 48? Motherfucking Opalaka, Pork and Beans, the Bronx, Spanish Harlem, Trinidad, fucking Saratoga, Fairfax Village. You can't say Compton, Watts. You can't, the Jungle, Nicholas Garden. You can't say you from these areas. And this how you grow up when you don't even know how to take care of your king. Definition of boss. One is going to stand on his own feet and make sure his crew eat. How are you doing that?
If your crew starving.
You're trying to go out here and buy the Mr. T starter kit like you're doing something. Wearing some tight-ass clothes that white people wear like you're doing something. And sit your country ass down.
Wow, that's a fact. That's a fact.
But
You judge it.
always let the fuck.
You judge a man.
My mom used to tell me, son, if they fucked over Jesus Christ, who are you?
That's the realest shit in the world right there. That's the realest statement ever right there.
That's free game, man.
Straight up. You judge a man by what he does for his friends, not what he does for himself.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Let me be 100 with you, right? You talk to Lamont every day. Before Lamont came on the road with me, I had dinner with Lamont and his wife, right? You know, I told Lamont, and I told his wife, your man with me, you already know how he beat me on the street. He come on this road, I promise you. You give me 3 years with your man, I'm going to change your life. Before Tank came on the road, me, Tank, and his family went to fucking, this 24-hour sushi restaurant in Vegas. Same thing. You know how he rolls me on the street. You give me 3 years with him, watch how your life change.
Fresh out of lockup.
I got him.
Yep.
And I've been a man of my word.
Yep. All day.
Chop, you talk to Lamont every day. Trust me, I've been a man of my word.
Yep.
You 100, man. You 100 with me, man. You 100 with me, man. Y'all 100. Y'all solid, man. Y'all 100 with me, man.
That's what get me so mad, bro. Like, when the shit that we did, bro, like, nigga, and these niggas out here, you trying to take what we did for your own vindication, your own justification, your own fucking fake legacy. Nigga, you ain't walked the shoes, man. Years ago, bro, you know this. You went to Chicago, nigga. If you didn't know how to move, you might not come home at all.
At all.
Man, listen.
At all.
I remember when I first started doing security, period, you had to know someone.
Right.
And then the person that you knew, they brought you in. I worked free.
Hey,
I had to earn. I had to earn. My first client was Twister. I came from, we have a group in Chicago that's known, and it's called Respect One Sam. And that's the foundation that I came from. You had to earn your name. You had to earn your position. You had to earn your money. It just wasn't given to you.
Absolutely.
And, you know, my first client was with Twister, and I earned that position. I worked for that position.
That's right.
And, you know, I don't know if it's fair to say now in the day and age, it seems like a lot of guys now just get on because it's easy to get on, sort to say, until you get around some real ones.
Yeah, it's easy to get on. It's hard to stay on.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. There you go, Tank. Easy to get on, and it's hard to stay on because you're not a real one.
Exactly.
Because you done got around some gorillas. You done got around some real dogs. And you had to earn. I earned my position. I earned my name. I earned my respect. You had to earn it. It wasn't given to me. And it was, you know, it was just consistent work and good work, you know, in and out the club. You know, we look out for each other, not just in the club, but in the streets, you know. And that's where I came from. That's the foundation that I came from.
Yeah, man. It's been a long, hard road, man. But you always gonna see the real ones for who they are because you've seen them do it for so long. We can countless dudes we've seen go in and out of this business, man, and never last. And remember, we come from an era, and we come from a state of mind where we only want to go to the clients who need us. If a client is comfortable and he think he's safe, and he think he don't need a horse, we'll move to somebody who does. If they don't appreciate what you do, if they don't appreciate what you bring to the table, they'll never pay you enough, man. So when you see all these bodyguards and these bodyguards who've been with one client for 25 years, come on, man. That's a butler. That ain't a bodyguard. Let's just keep it a buck, man. That's a butler. That ain't a bodyguard. And the ones that do appreciate, you see what they do. The dudes they with, they transcend their position.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference between them and us is we don't want to transcend. I love doing what I do. But I bet you pay me for it. I bet you pay me for it. Top dollar.
Yep.
And that's what we got to get to, man. All the days of working for pennies, that's got to stop.
Fuck that.
That's got to stop.
It's not worth it. Not worth your time. It's not worth it.
No, it's got to stop, man. It's got to stop. I told you, when I was on that tour with Nicki Minaj and Britney Spears, and I seen those Israeli so-called special forces coming in there making $2,000 a day. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? 5'5", 190 pounds. Are you serious? Come on,
the
man.
crazy part, the same dude got smacked out, God rest his soul, by CeeLo at the fucking, what was it? Might have been a Grammy party. I forgot what club it was. Got smacked out by the fucking Birdman's manager and started crying in front of Nicki. Me and Pax looked and shook our head.
Yeah.
The security.
Yeah, this is what happened, right? We were in the section, so imagine one section, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's Birdman, Nicki, it's Wayne, it's Drake, it's Gutter Gutter, it's Mac Main, Little Chucky was there.
Chanel.
One girl, Nose Ring.
Chanel.
Everybody was on money, right? Was there. There's one section. So, if everybody in the section, security, we just make a circle. We fall back.
Yeah.
Right.
This nigga in the middle circle up on Nicki. I'm like, bro, everybody here is together. You're not paying attention. And so he bumped to the manager, CeeLo. He's like, my nigga, why are you the only security that's in here? Like, fall back. She's family. Like, we knew this girl before you ever came around.
Right.
He didn't. Later on at night, he stepped on CeeLo's shoe. No questions asked. CeeLo mopped his ass up.
Well.
When that man got off the ground, nose bleeding, tears in his eyes, crying, Nicki left him.
Yep. That night. At the venue.
Yep.
At the venue. That's why I said it sound good. See, it sound good when motherfuckers is on their shows talking about, man, get you these dudes that look like special forces or these dudes. It sound good. It sound good. It sound good. The moment these motherfuckers step on the scene, fold. Now, I'm gonna blow your mind though. These the same motherfuckers who are leaving with golden parachutes and contracts, guaranteed contracts and retainers. See, how many people in this industry understand about a retainer? See, this is the level of business that we have to operate on. Me and Jay been operating on that level for a long time, but everybody has to operate on that level in order to raise the game. You want a guy, you don't want him working for nobody else. You a client and you want a guy, you don't want him working for anybody else. You got to pay him a retainer.
Let me tell you something, bro. Me and Tank was in the client's kitchen, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the crazy part. This was right before the Drake and Wayne tour, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Wayne wanted, no, first it was Ross, then it was Wayne, right? Wanted us to do the tour for him, right? This before we knew about tour. The man told us in his kitchen, listen to me. And management told us, you guys can't work for nobody else. You guys are here.
Yep.
Me and Tank looked at each other and said, where's the paper at?
Fuck what you said. Show me the paperwork.
Show me the paperwork. Where the ink?
Exactly. Because everything else is just talk.
Mm.
All right, man. You know my wife's on my butt. I gotta get to the dinner table. I appreciate y'all, man.
Inviting me to the conversation, man.
Oh man, it was beautiful. I loved it.
Appreciate
it. Killer J, get some rest.
Stay in tune.
Yes, sir. All right, I'll talk to you brothers later. Yo, hell of a show, man. Hell of a show. That was dope. That was dope. So I hope everybody listened. We're out of time, but I hope you got what you needed. Play that shit back, man. Y'all gonna have to play that shit back and get them jewels, man. It's so much. I'm gonna try to edit some stuff up and get it out to you guys as soon as possible. But yeah, I'm hungry. It's time to go. So we'll close out with all due honor and praise to the Most High. I worship thee through the divine image of my wives. Amen and good night.